Mr. Bayo Ononuga has issued a statement saying that
Bayo Ononuga. Okay, thank you very much.
Labour leaders. He says.
Wait. Thank you very much for that prompter. In the military era, with all due respect, we were in the trenches for the military to stand. The military say, okay, we are going to have a democracy where we are the Bayo Onanugas of this world.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Think Tank TV. Now, one of the major organizations that has the ability to nip the government and the political class to the board is the Nigerian Labour Congress, and they have obviously been doing that job courageously. Now, this morning I stumbled on a video of one Mr. Benson, who is one of the spokesmen of the Nigerian Labour Congress, and trust me, he did justice to the interview with Dr. Reuben Abatil. Now, he was actually responding to a tweet that was done by Mr. Bayo Onanuga, who is the special assistant to Mr. President on Media and Publicity or thereabout. And he was responding to a question that was asked him about a tweet that was posted by Bayo Onanuga stating that the Nigerian Labour Congress is obviously doing all they can to frustrate the government of APC just simply because they are Labour Party candidates. They have a sentiment for the Labour Party and they are doing all they can because they do not like the Bola administration. And trust me, he went ahead to give Bayo Onanuga what they call woto. Yes, because it's obvious that the APC government and the Bola administration is all about the blame game and going ahead to hinge their challenges on ethnic sentiment, religious inclinations and all that. For him, he said he was actually going to the base. I like you to take a look at some of the things he said, because some of the things he said was very critical as he gave some major solutions to the problems the Nigerian government is facing and went ahead to destabilize Mr. Bayo Onanuga in quotes. But before I do that video to you, I'd like us to take a look at the tweet by Bayo Onanuga that prompted this reaction from Mr. Benson. Don't go anywhere, I'll be coming back to give my thoughts about it. Please, intentionally drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's get to know what you think about the reactions and the minimum wage saga rocking the nation of Nigeria here in Africa, and we shall continually be here to serve you. Take a look.
It's saddening that Labour could go to this extreme, but it is not surprising to the prospective minds. Labour is harming the Nigerian people they claim to be fighting for. Today, many sick Nigerians could not access medical care at government hospitals, not even with critical medical conditions. It appears Labour is playing politics by other means. Many of the affiliates of the two central unions, NLC and TUC, are members and supporters of the Labour Party. They logically bear ill will and grudges against the Tinubu administration. What is clear is that the issue they claim to be fighting for cannot be resolved by blackmail or sabotage. They cannot even be resolved by the federal government unilaterally. The Labour leaders will still have to return to the negotiating table for a year.
You've seen it for yourself. Now, it's obvious that the political class do not have any preference for the average Nigerian. Anyway, let's jump right into the Arise news station so that you can hear from yourself the heated argument between Mr. Benson, who represented NLC, and Rufai, Useni, Dr. Reuben Abatil, and Bayo. Take a look.
I would like you to respond to one poster, and this is from Mr. Bayo Ononuga, spokesperson for President Tinubu, who says that Labour is taking this position about minimum wage and also, electricity tariff hike because organized Labour is playing politics. That you guys are members of the Labour Party and that you are Labour Party sympathizers, whereas the election ended in 2023. What do you say to these issues?
Well, first of all, let me speak to the question of capacity. Directly speaking, FAC allocations move from 700 billion to 1.2 trillion at the moment. That is what they declared. What they failed to declare could be twice or three times the value of what they declared. That is one. Then two, you see, for you to be able to pay, you've got to take the needed decisions, the necessary decisions. government will need to reverse some of the decisions that have made the environment very toxic. I had said in this forum before that 40% of big business has been wiped out. 30% of the next group of business gone. 60% of small businesses obliterated. And I speak with you, Barrister Abatil, as I speak with you, let me tell you this. In the next couple of weeks, maximum 1 or 2 months, you'll be hearing from the joint venture side of the economy. The oil companies are divesting. Why isn't government concerned that this is happening? Why is government more concerned about going for foreign direct investment while the businesses at home are collapsing? Does government think that those people it is going after do not have intelligence on what is going on in this country? They do have. And when they even choose to come, at what cost is it to this country? There is something that has gone fundamentally wrong, and it has to be readdressed. Once it is readdressed, I'll take you back to 1981. Businesses paid, in fact, they were ready to pay double what the government of Shehu Shagari paid. They want 25 naira. Businesses were ready to double that because there was productive capacity. Nigerian size has not changed since then. The economy, we are told, is the biggest in Africa. At that time, the economy was not the biggest in Africa. Today is the biggest in Africa, with a huge internal market, with a captive regional market. All government needs to do is crank it, and this elephant will get up. It will move. It will carry everybody along. But at the moment, we are talking about symptoms and we are treating symptoms. Government needs to check itself. Why is business space is shutting down? So once that is done, we are good to go. There is, in fact, there is both latent and manifest capacity, Dr. Bati.
You've seen it for yourself, and I trust that you learned something from the words of Mr. Benson. It's very important to look at critical issues. And it's unfortunate how the APC government has gone ahead to hinge their challenges on religious sentiment, ethnic bigotry, blame game and all that. For goodness sake, the reason why you are elected to get into office is to fix the problem. And I recall President Bola Tinubu said it before he went into office. He said, don't pity me. Don't have mercy on me. I took the job. Allow me to do my job. And Mr. President, here's what we're saying to you. Do the job. Don't let your media aides to go about doing the blame game and going down to the base to say things that are obviously irrelevant and inconsequential to the matters on ground. Now, another major issue that the Nigerian people have complained vigorously about is the issue of the government position about finances. The government comes up and says, there's no money, let's make do with what we have. But the disposition of the government doesn't show there's no money. Take a look at subsidizing Hajj pilgrims, 90 billion naira. Take a look at some expenses that the government is making. It obviously shows that the government is rich. And that is why Mr. Atedo Petersai just did a tweet some time ago that the reason why it's as though the people are not even thinking of seeing reasons with the government is simple. Because the government has not shown that there's no money by virtue of their extravagant lifestyle, by virtue of the luxurious cars they buy, the kind of trips. It doesn't show that there's no money in the nation. And for goodness sake, if there's money in the nation, bring it out there for everybody to eat. Let everybody partake of the share, because obviously every person goes to the same market. Shehu Anekulakpo said some time ago that the Nigerian government is intentionally putting the people to go through what they are going through so that they can always keep them hungry to continually do their bidding. I just hope that's not what it is. Because sometimes the disposition of the government actually displays like it's an intentional act. You don't want to face the major issues. You know, issues, policies that you can make. For instance, Femi Falana said, fix the minimum wage issue. You have been sitting down for 1 year and you couldn't come up with anything. But in just about a few days, you could pass a new national anthem into law. Fix the minimum wage like that. Look at critical issues, the issues of interest rates. Companies are leaving the nation, and it's critical that these issues are curbed. the federal government goes ahead to begin to look for multinationals that would come and invest in this nation while people that are here already wants to leave. MSMEs that are in virtually every street of the nation is not funded. And how can you fund them without ensuring you do what to reduce the interest rate? Please, I'd like you to go to the comment section and drop your thoughts. I also like you to intentionally share these videos, because when we say all these things, we don't want it to just end with few viewers. When you hit the like button, YouTube recommends this video so that either directly or by proxy, most of our political class will stumble on this video and perhaps one day see a need to change for the betterment. Many thanks indeed to all our viewers and returning subscribers. We will not take it lightly. My name again is Moses, and this is Think Tank TV.